Just Mind our session. Today we will be learning about metals and nonmetals. In general, metals can be defined as the elements which have a tendency to lose electrons and form positively charged ions or cations. For example, sodium has an electronic configuration of 2, 8, and 1. During a chemical reaction, sodium can lose an electron to a nonmetal like chlorine to form a sodium ion that has an electronic configuration of 2 and 8. All metals are solid at room temperature, for example iron and copper. The only exception is mercury, which is liquid. All metals are lustrous. Metal surfaces shine when they are freshly cut. For example, gold and silver are popularly used for making jewelry because of their lustrous nature. Metals have high densities and therefore tend to sink in water. For example, tin and lead, they sink in water. Exceptions to this rule are lithium, sodium, and potassium. The density of these elements are lower than that of water and hence they do not sink. Metals are highly malleable and can be beaten into thin sheets. Aluminum and zinc can be rolled into thin sheets. This property makes them suitable for use in various industries like construction and manufacturing. Metals are highly ductile and can be drawn into wires. For example, copper and silver can be drawn into thin wires. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Copper wires are most commonly used in electric cables because of this property. Metals have high melting points. For example, tungsten has a high melting point, due to which it is used in bulb filaments. Mercury is an exception to this property, since it has a low melting point. In general, metals possess 1 to 3 electrons in their valence shell. Sodium and copper has only 1 electron in their valence shell. Zinc and magnesium has 2 electrons in their valence shell. Generally, metals tend to lose electrons in their valence shell and form cations in order to get stability. Sodium loses 1 electron to get nearest noble gas configuration. Metals react with nonmetals to form ionic compounds. For example, sodium reacts with chlorine to form sodium chloride. Most of the metals combine with oxygen to form basic metal oxides. For example, when magnesium burns in oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. Metal oxides of alkali metals soluble in water, they form hydroxide solutions called alkalis. For example, sodium oxide, which is soluble in water and form sodium hydroxide. Sodium, potassium, they react vigorously even when they are contacted with cold water. Calcium reacts slowly with cold water and reacts vigorously with hot water. Magnesium does not react with cold water. It reacts very slowly with hot water but reacts vigorously with steam. Iron and zinc do not react either with cold or hot water but react with steam. Aluminum do not react either with cold water, hot water, or even steam because of its protective oxide layer. Metals like lead, copper, gold, and silver do not show any reaction with water. Active metals react with dilute acids and displaces hydrogen from the acid. Metals like copper, gold, silver, platinum will not displace hydrogen from the acid.